3, 2, 1.
Boom! And welcome to the Big Honker Podcast episode of today. Brought to you by Ball Shot Shells. I'm the Jeff Stanfield. I was going to say the great Jeff Stanfield.
I'm the great
with
Jeff
the world
Stanfield.
famous Andy Shaver.
Today's April 18th.
Yes.
Today reshaped San Francisco. Long time ago.
I'm assuming I can guess on this.
Sure.
Earthquake or fire?
Earthquake. It is one of the largest earthquakes in the lower 48. Do you know which state has the most violent earthquakes,
The most violent earthquake was in Missouri.
magnitude-wise?
Missouri.
No.
Cape Girardeau.
No. Not even close.
9.2.
It's not on here. It's not on my list.
It made the Mississippi River run backwards. I'm not trying to steal your thunder. So California then would be. Actually, Alaska has a lot of them.
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska.
Alaska has the most violent earthquakes on continental U.S. for the lower 48. The San Francisco earthquake, 7.8. It caused a lot of destruction that day. So the morning of April 18th, 1906 at 5:13 a.m., an earthquake estimated to close to 8.0 on the Richter scale strikes San Francisco, killing an estimated 3,000 people as it topples numerous buildings. The quake was caused by a slip on the San Andreas Fault over a segment of about 275 miles and sent shock waves that could be felt from southern Oregon all the way down to Los Angeles.
And that was 7.2?
7.8.
7.8, okay.
Yep, closed in on 8. San Francisco's brick buildings and wooden Victorian structures were especially devastated. Fires immediately broke out, and because broken water mains prevented firefighters from stopping them, firestorms soon developed citywide. At 7 a.m., U.S. Army troops from Fort Mason reported to the Hall of Justice, and San Francisco Mayor E.E. Schmitz called for the enforcement of a dusk to dawn curfew and authorized soldiers to shoot to kill anyone found looting. So looting is nothing new. It goes back hundreds of years. I just don't get that. Cities in chaos, let's go. What are you going to get back then? There wasn't even fucking TVs. Meanwhile, in the face of significant aftershocks, firefighters and U.S. troops fought desperately to control the ongoing fire, often dynamiting whole city blocks to create firewalls. On April 20th, several thousands of refugees trapped by massive fires were evacuated from the foot of the Van Ness Avenue. The Army would eventually house 20,000 refugees in more than 20 military-style tent camps set up around the city. By April 23rd, most fires were extinguished, and authorities commenced the task of rebuilding the devastated metropolis. It was estimated that some 3,000 people died, and the devastating fires inflicted upon the city, almost 30,000 buildings were destroyed, including the city's, most of the city's homes and nearly all central business district and almost all of the central business district. So, Cape Girardeau, that doesn't even, it's not even on here.
It's the New Madrid is what it actually was, but it was at Cape Girardeau.
ChatGPT let me down here.
The Great Midwest Earthquake of 1811. On December 16th, 1811, residents of the frontier town of New Madrid. The initial earthquake was in the 8s. They had two more quakes, one on January 23rd and one on February 7th, both at 7.5.
Okay.
And it shook an area 10 times larger than the one of the San Francisco earthquake that you just talked about. It was huge. It made the Mississippi River ran backwards for a week.
That was in 1812.
What was it, 8 point something? I can't find exactly how big it was.
7.5 to 7.9. Some estimates go as high as 8.0 plus.
Yeah, it was a big sucker. Anyways, I wasn't trying to steal your thunder on your day, but
They're about the same size, Jeff.
no, it was bigger. It was in the 8s.
7.5 to 7.9.
No, that was the aftershocks.
No, this is the magnitude.
Okay, well, I just read them after. It doesn't matter, but anyways, it was
Big. Big. Okay.
It just wasn't destructive because there wasn't a lot of stuff there.
Right. All right.
That's what caused Reelfoot Lake.
It is. My fellow that died today
Rest his peace.
transformed how America celebrates New Year's Eve.
Dick Clark.
Dick Clark.
Good guess.
Born in 1930. Born November 30th, 1929, Mount Vernon, New York. He began his career in radio while still in college at Syracuse University. He got his big break in 1956 when he took over as host of...
hold on. It's not Saturday Night Live. God dang it. It was the... Gosh, dang it. This is going to drive me crazy. It's still on, too. American Bandstand.
American Bandstand. The show featured teenage dancing to the latest hits and included live performances from up-and-coming musicians. It helped popularize rock and roll and brought African-American artists to a broader and often wider audience. Clark had a clean-cut, relatable image that made him widely accepted by TV audiences and helped bridge the generational gap in music. He hosted it until 1989, over 3 decades of that. Then, in 1972, he takes on the New Year's Eve show, which was not doing very well in the ratings. It became a New Year's Eve tradition for millions of Americans. Even after suffering a stroke in 2004, Clark made a return to the broadcast in 2006 and continued to appear until his death. So he died today, April 18th, 2012, at the age of 82. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993. So he didn't just host the New Year's Rockin' Eve. He was also a producer. So he had he pulled all the strings on the thing. They took it to Times Square, made Times Square the centerpiece, saw the ball dropping and all that other good stuff. He had creative power and he kept pushing to make the show more relevant, more exciting, and youth-driven. And that's how it stayed cool for decades.
He was
from the 70s to the 2000s.
He was timeless up until he was last 10 years. He had some stupid ass plastic surgery and looked like a clown.
Well, he had a stroke, Jim.
But the plastic surgery made him look like a clown. But before that, he was timeless. I mean, if you saw Dick Clark when he was 30 years old and you saw him at 65, he looked the same.
2016, Mariah Carey had a major mishap on the stage. She was set to sing her iconic Emotions. Never heard it. But there was a massive issue with the sound check and microphone. It turned into a disaster as Carey struggled to hear the music and couldn't even lip sync properly. Letting the performance fall apart in front of millions of viewers, the performance became one of the most infamous moments in New Year's Eve history. Did not go well. Did not go well for Miss Mariah Carey. All right. My person that is born today. How do I give a hint for this one? She needs to thank her sister every single day that they're even relevant.
It's going to be a Kardashian or Spears.
It is a Kardashian. Kourtney Kardashian was born today.
She's the best looking one, too.
She is. She is.
But I'm not going to knock on Kim because I think Kim's pretty hot. If you didn't know Kim's track record, and you saw her, you'd say she's an attractive lady. OJ's daughter, not so much.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So Kourtney, I don't know how much the others make, but Kourtney, popular on social media, between 75K and 300K per post on Instagram, Facebook,
how much?
And Twitter. 75K to 300K per post.
Good Lord.
Is how much companies are paying her. She's got like Coca-Cola, waist slimming pants, beauty products, prescription drugs, the whole gambit.
Isn't she married to someone that's kind of famous too?
She was married to Scott Driscoll. I don't know. Disick. I don't know if they're still married though.
I'm gonna tell you what. I saw a story on her mother the other day.
Yeah.
And her mother is quite the pimp.
Yeah.
Her mother was an airline stewardess as her secretary.
Oh no, she's married to Travis Barker.
Yeah, that's who
yes, the drummer.
But her mom,
she's a go-getter.
Her mom grew up with nothing, and their family fortune is worth in the $10 billion between all her daughters and stuff.
I can look that up real quick. As of 2025, Kourtney Kardashian's estimated net worth is $65 million. A significant portion of her wealth stems from her involvement in family's reality TV. Kourtney was making $4.5 million per season. And then 2015, 2016, she took on a role as executive producer for the show. Got a little bit more money. So Kim's net worth is $1.7 billion. And Kylie Jenner, her net worth is $710 million.
Oh, I thought she was a billionaire too.
She might be.
Anyways,
They've done well for themselves. All it took was one sex tape. Poor Ray J's the one that gets left out in the cold in all this. He did all the heavy lifting. Yeah, he did all the heavy lifting here. And what's he got for this? He didn't get a TV. Maybe he did. I think he did get he got a dating show, I think. So anyway, good business model.
Yep. Home porn made them big.
Made them relevant. So anyway, that's all I got. April 18th. Happy birthday, Kourtney, and go listen to Travis Barker bang on the drums. We love you. Bye. Watch for deer.
Boom. See ya. Peace.